Is this the first time in your UFC stint that you felt like the veteran?
Yes. I said gatekeeper as a joke early on. Yeah, I feel like the guy, like the old dog, and then there's the young guys coming up trying to, prove themselves. So it's my job to send them back down and let them know, still here. I feel honestly, God forbid, like if I lose my next 10 fights, it wouldn't affect my legacy. So I put pressure on myself. Don't get me wrong, when it's time, I'll put pressure on myself. But, if he doesn't feel the pressure, good for him. But yeah, he'll find out.
Are you more interested in performance over victory? You want to go in there and fight the best of your abilities, or is it still I've got to win?
Nah, just like I said, highlights, performance, being free. Because I know when I do that, it's always victory.
Robert Whittaker, he's looked at this fight and he said that Nassourdine's route to victory is to push you against the fence, try and get the back. Is it funny to have this old rival now throwing you tips and telling you, Izzy, this is what you've got to avoid? How's it,
Nah, it's cool. I like it because who better to know, my style than someone I've already fought multiple times. And yeah, I love it, I'll find out. From what I see so far, there's nothing that he brings that I haven't seen before. I think his best attribute is his speed. His speed, his counters. But I've seen that before. And again, it's up to him to show me something I haven't seen before.
Training with Robert Whittaker, and maybe you or Robert understand right now have to beat Khamzat Chimaev because his wrestling is so deep.
Yeah, he's really good. When he fought Rob and he beat Rob, that was one that made me go. Well, when he fought Gilbert Burns was the one I had respect for him. I was like, okay, he's got that dog in him. He can fight, he can dig deep, and he can still swing. But then when he fought Rob and beat him the way he did, it made me take a notice. Like, okay, you gotta be careful with this guy. Watch out for this guy. And yeah.
Do you wanna change your division and go to light heavyweight?
No,
try to.
I've always said that was a side mission. So middleweight's my weight class, and it's kind of boring without me. So it's time to get back in there and make it fun again.
Your prediction about Ankalaev and Pereira fight?
Poatan, Shama.
We all people love in the documentary movies and in the books, like these stories when the hero comes back from the defeat and proves to the whole world that he's so special. You already proved in the fight with Poatan that you are so special, and what you feel in front of this important fight for you?
This is an important fight for me, but it's for me. Like I said to Oscar before, I could lose my next 10 fights and it wouldn't, dim my history or anything. But this fight is important for me, not for anyone else. I'm doing this to prove to myself, I'm still involved in this game. I'm still getting better and I'm still very dangerous. So yeah, I'm doing this one for me.
There are a lot of champions in this world, but so less legends. What's the difference between the champion and the legend?
That's a good question. That is a good question, man. Hold up, give me a second. That's a good question. What's the difference between a champion and a legend? Like people throw legend around all the time. You're a legend. Yeah, legend. I always just tell them one day, because I understand what I've done in this game, but I'm still in it. So yeah, I say one day I will be a legend. But to be a legend, what do you have to do? I think champion definitely isn't just defined by the belt. There's guys in this game that I consider them champions and they've never held a belt. But a champion is defined by character in and out of the octagon, in and out of the cage, the way they fight, the way they carry themselves. It doesn't have to be some fake bullshit, fake humble, like, holier than thou, a role model. Nah, I'm talking like someone who's real, someone who keeps it real. A champion. A legend goes beyond that. I'd say a legend in the game has to do with longevity. I'd say longevity or impact. What kind of impact have you had on the game? Yeah, and a champion, I'd say, is just how you carry yourself. in and out of the cage. And a legend is the kind of impact, long-lasting impact you've had on the game. Thanks for that question. That was a good one. In life, I have a lot of victories in life, a lot of defeats in life. What's more, I can get a win in life if I need to. There's many easy wins you can get in life, but the meaningful ones, the ones that really mean something, they kind of come out of nowhere. They surprise you. I'd say it's easier to get a victory in a cage because that's something I can control. There's a lot of variables in life that I can't control, so sometimes I take L's in life.
You probably know that your opponent has a Dagestani wrestling threat, you know? What would be your response for that?
I'll wrestle.
Out-wrestle him.
Yeah.
That's good.
I can wrestle too. That's why I became champion of the world. You can't just be a kickboxer. If not, every boxer or kickboxer will come in here and become champion of the UFC. So yeah, I just make it look like I can't wrestle, but I can.
I've talked to Shara Bullet, and he basically said that fighting you would be harder for him than fighting a champ, Dricus du Plessis. You know, what do you make of his words, and what do you make of potentially fighting Shara Bullet?
MVP will handle that this weekend, but him saying that I'm a more difficult fight, if that's what he thinks, sure, but he had a cool knockout last time. That was cool, the double spinning back fist. That was cool, but he's still, you know, climbing the ranks. He said I ducked him back in kickboxing. I never heard of him until I saw him in the UFC. I don't duck anybody. But yeah, cool knockout though. But this weekend he's got a tough fight with MVP, so yeah, that's gonna be fireworks.
Where would you rank this in comparison to your many title victories in the past?
Just because there's not a belt on the line, I don't want to diminish this fight like it's not important. This is still an important fight for me. And again, I'm saying I'm doing this for myself. I'm kind of being selfish. Like, I fight for myself, I fight for my team, my family, and my real fans. But this one, I'm putting myself first. I'm trying to do this one for myself. So it's really important to me. But you might have to ask me after the fight or after the victory, and I'll be able to tell you. But it's an important fight. I'm not looking past Imavov. I've not thought of anything past Imavov or set anything up. I just want to get this done and get the victory. I'm not really chasing anything. I don't really need anything. You know, I'm just doing what I want. I want to keep fighting at a high level because I'm really good at it, and I get paid really well to do it. And again, the belt, you know, always spins the block. It always comes back around. Just doing what you do, go in there, win, and it happens. But yeah, I don't really need anything. I'll just doing what I love.
Who's in your MMA Mount Rushmore?
Someone asked me that. I think it was Oscar. Did you ask me? No. Someone else asked me that this week. Mount Rushmore, I'll give you, like, again, Demetrius, Anderson, Silva, John Jones. I'd say Conor because of the impact he had in the game. And I want to put GSP up there as well, just because of the champion he was in and out of the octagon. But again, that can switch. I had Chuck Liddell in there yesterday because of the impact he had in the game as a fighter. But yeah, you know, it's all hearsay. Habib, he's one of the greatest. Yeah, of course. Like I said yesterday, I mentioned Chuck Liddell. You know, Habib's another guy who's one of the greatest of all time. He's never lost in the game. He's a guy, even now as a coach, fucking unreal. And I've heard he's crazy in the gym.